You are suing your neighbor of 10 years.
I heard a crash. I called him on the phone. I said, Raymond, you hit my car.
She never showed me no type of evidence.
Tell the truth in Judge Jerry court.
I felt disrespected as a woman. He just took me for my money.
She never had the windows fixed, so I never paid for them to get fixed.
Plaintiff Sophia Newton is suing her neighbor of 10 years for hitting her parked car and fleeing the scene. She's suing for $1,800 for car damages. Defendant Raymond Cooper says he does not recall hitting her parked car. He says he owes nothing.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. All rise. The Honorable Judge Jerry Springer now presiding. Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Afternoon, Najee.
This is case number 196 on the docket, Newton versus Cooper.
We have the plaintiff. How do you do, Miss Newton?
Hello.
You are suing your neighbor of 10 years, Mr. Raymond Ray Cooper,
Yes.
for the amount of $1,800 for car damages.
That's correct.
Okay, why don't I hear your side of the story first, and then I'll get to you, Mr. Cooper.
Okay, I would like to say it's a pleasure to be here, Judge.
Yes.
And I have been living in my neighborhood for 40 years.
Wow.
Mr. Raymond Cooper have been living there maybe 10 years.
Okay, so
And
you've
he's-
been neighbors a long time.
Yes, of course.
Good.
And I call him Ray.
Yeah.
So on Friday, it was April the 12th,
Yeah.
I heard a crash. I was sitting in my living room. I looked up. I seen him passing close to my car. And then he got out the car, he looked at my car, and then I proceeded to put on my shoes, and I thought he would be out there when I...
When you got out there?
Yeah, when I got out there, but he had left. And by that time, my witness, Mr. Randall, had came down and said, I witnessed your neighbor hit your car, and he left. I said, okay, thank you, what's your name? And he said, Randy. And I said, thank you for telling me that. So I called him on the phone. I said, Raymond, you hit my car. I said, I got you on video. I have a witness. I said, and you left the scene.
Do you have them on video?
It malfunctioned, but I do have video today.
Just to be clear, you heard the crash outside your house,
Right.
but you didn't see him actually hit you.
I seen him, when I stood up, I was sitting in the living room. When I
Yeah.
stood up, I seen him passing the back of his truck was actually contacting with my car. So I heard the crash, but it was a long scrape, a long sound.
So
By the time I jumped up and looked out the window, I could see him.
But he was past the car then.
The back of his vehicle wasn't, a bed of the truck hadn't passed the car.
Okay, so you actually saw his car touching your car?
Yes, yes.
What about that, Ray?
I didn't hit that car.
You didn't?
I didn't hit the car. All I know is I got a call from Miss Sophia telling me, Ray, look here, can you loop back around and can I talk to you?
That's not true.
So when I got there, she said, I seen on camera where you hit my car, and I have
Tell
a
the truth.
witness
You're in
saying,
court.
you know,
Okay,
I had a witness, you know, saying they seen you hit the car, whatever.
Yeah.
But when I talked with her, she was like, okay, it ain't much or whatever. If you did hit it or whatever, you know. I'm like, but I don't recall even hitting the car.
Okay, well, all right, so now you don't recall hitting the car.
I don't
but
recall
you
hitting.
could have.
I didn't hit the car. I didn't hit the car because look, when she called me, I was on.
You're under oath.
I was on Willow. So when I got there, she's up there saying, oh, I seen you on camera or whatever. She never showed me no type of evidence of her seeing me.
I submitted a video how close he come around that corner and how he swerves towards where my car is parked.
And guess what? I got a camera too. My camera showed the whole block.
His camera's on.
Sure
He's
do.
on the inside of my
We
house.
right next to each other.
He's
Now I
on
can pull it
he
up.
has a ring camera and he's on the inside of my
Mine
house.
show from block to block.
Well, why
There
you
you
didn't
go.
bring your video?
All
My
right.
video on my phone.
Okay, and there's a text here even where you agreed that you were going to try to help her out and
Yeah,
get her.
because she
Look,
keep
Your
on,
Honor,
she
look.
kept
Look,
every
Your
day
Honor.
I get ready to get in my car, she
Your
pops
Honor.
up like a little poof.
Look how close he come around the corner. Right there where that tree. That's where I park my car. And that's how he go
That's
fly
where
around
you
the
don't let
corner all
nobody
the
park
time.
at. And you can't stop
I
nobody.
park
You,
right
you
there.
always, you,
Okay.
you got
That's
a
a
driveway.
nice-
This is supposed to be her driveway
Hang
right
on,
there.
Hang on, sir.
Okay, time out. Time out. That's a nice video, but the video doesn't prove
Oh,
anything.
thank you.
Okay.
But that's how close he
All
come.
right. Shh. Night.
Raymond, I thought you would be
Okay.
an upstanding guy.
I
and
am
tell
an
the truth
upstanding guy.
in Judge Jerry court. You are under oath. Be
I'm
honest.
what?
You are under oath.
Did you call me on my name?
Your Honor, would you like the estimate? I
Yes,
gave
may
him
I
the
please
lowest
see that?
estimate because I had a one that was higher. And I said, let's work this out. Let's be neighbors. Do the right thing. And he agreed to it. He even said, oh, I'll give you $50 a week.
I know,
said,
I read the thing. I read that.
Okay.
Okay, and the lower estimate is, in fact, $1,800.
I don't believe
$1,800.
Raymond. So, Your Honor, so he came back. He said, "Oh, Miss Sophia, I wouldn't leave you out stuck out like that. I'm sorry I hit your car. What you want to do about it?" He said, "Okay, here's $120 cash. Get your bumper fixed or whatever." I said, "It's more damage than my bumper." He said, "Well, I wouldn't leave you stuck out. Whatever you want to do." So hindsight was telling me now that I should have called the police, but we neighbors. We've been getting along. He come to my house. He been doing work for me at my house, and so. He said, here's $120 cash. I said, okay. So then the very next day, my gut feeling was, I seen him pass in the car. I said, Raymond, I said, give me the number or give me your insurance information. He said, my insurance lapsed. He said, but I know somebody that could fix your car for you. So he didn't get back to me that Saturday. That was the next day. And when he didn't get back with me, I texted him and I said, Raymond, if you could take me there today, when can you? I still need the information, your friend from the body shop. That never happened. I texted him the Saturday and the Sunday, and Monday he still hadn't returned any calls or got back with me, so I called the police out. When the police found out that we had made arrangements to between each other, he said that it's a civil matter.
And that's why you're here.
Yeah.
Okay. The point is, you turned in, it was a little closer than you thought, and you scraped her car.
And you gave me $120.
Why did you give her $120?
She got proof of me giving her $120?
I'm not asking if she has proof. I'm asking you, why did you give her $120?
I never said I gave her no money.
I know you didn't, but you did, didn't you? Careful, careful. You don't want to get in trouble for under oath lying. Honestly, don't do that.
That's what I'm saying.
You what? What are you saying?
Judge, I have pictures of the
Okay,
scrape.
that was
receipt?
smart. That was smart not to lie to me.
Right.
That was smart. Okay.
Judge, I have pictures of how he
I
scraped my
plead the
car.
fifth on that.
Well, you have a right to plead the fifth. In a criminal action, which this is not,
Right.
yeah, we can't force you to incriminate yourself. This is a civil action.
Right.
And
Judge,
in
I have
different ways.
pictures.
I believe your
Hang on,
car was
hang on.
hit. I'll take a look at it. I believe, as I'm going to look at this now, my guess is that there were damages, and you have an estimate of the damages.
Yes.
I believe all of that.
Yes. And he admitted that he was going to go by his friend body shop. That's admission.
Well, let me see that.
See everything else.
And what color is your car?
My truck is white.
Well, that looks white, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's not the color of my white.
No, because there...
If my truck would have hit
color
that,
your
that whole
white.
bumper would have come
Really?
up off there.
Right.
No, I think, you know
Judge, I
what?
also have
you
a
didn't
video.
do the worst thing in the world.
No.
But you did scrape her car, and you're a good neighbor. You've known her for 10 years.
Yes,
You're
I
a
did.
man, and you feel good about yourself, and therefore you're going to step up, and you're going to say, you know what? I wish that didn't happen. I certainly didn't do it on purpose, but I
You're looking
did
at it.
scrape
You look at
her
it. She
car.
made the accident look worse than what it was. That thing wasn't nothing like that.
Oh, how
What?
do you
It
know?
was nothing like that
How
when
do
I
you
seen
know?
that.
Okay, when you saw right.
That looked like made up paint on there.
Yeah, how
Look
do
at
you
it.
know?
It's even falling off.
Okay, now you want me to believe, Ray, you want me to believe. I
Judge
said,
Jerry,
in
look
your
at the
way-
picture good. Look at the
yeah,
picture
I was
good.
looking at that.
Oh, come
Judge,
on.
okay. But here's the deal.
I think she made
if
it
you
worse.
and I are just hanging out in the evening, you and I are there, and we're just talking, and you would be saying to me, come on, you'd be saying to me, yeah.
I didn't have a drink. I was at work. I was
Oh, I'm
working.
not saying, right.
If I had a drink, it would be tore up.
Oh, yeah, it would be tore up.
It'd have been sitting in
I
front of the door.
believe you. The court finds for the plaintiff $1,800.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. You getting your coffee. I apologize
For.
for
Say it.
swiping your car.
Okay, all right. Now I know you love me.
Plaintiff Cynthia Torres says she wants her money back for renting an auto shop that should be condemned. She's suing for $3,400 for the rent and security deposit. Defendant Hugo Vasquez says she signed the lease and then backed out of the deal. So he keeps the money.
Swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. All rise. The Honorable Judge Jerry Springer now presiding. Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Najee.
This is case number 195 on the docket, Torres versus Vasquez.
All right. Let me see what we have here. We have the plaintiff, Ms. Torres, and you are suing your former landlord, Hugo Vasquez, for $3,400 for rent and security deposit from an auto body shop that you were never able to open.
Exactly.
Okay. I understand you're having a little laryngitis, so just speak as well as you can, and we'll take it from there.
The reason why I'm suing him, I want my money back, is because I felt disrespected as a woman, belittled by him.
Belittled by him,
yes. As a woman, I feel like he took me as a joke. He just took me for my money. When I saw the place, I signed the lease on March 8th.
You signed a lease for what kind of a place?
Auto body.
That he owned. That's your
Yes.
business?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
He talked a good one. He made me believe he was gonna fix the place and it was gonna be ready by April 1st, 12 o'clock. He says it in the contract. It was April 1st.
Do you have a copy of the contract?
I didn't bring it with me. I believe he does it.
Okay.
It was April 1st. It was already 12 o'clock. The old tenant was still there. Me and my spouse still helped them take out stuff from the old tenant.
It wasn't ready yet because the previous tenant still had
That,
stuff.
and when I saw it on March 8th, he told me he was gonna fix the windows that are broken. I have expensive machines that I'm not willing to lose over
Okay.
broken property.
When you saw that the windows of this place were broken, you just said March 8th?
Yes.
So this was 3 weeks before you were to move
Yes.
in.
He agreed to fix them,
He agreed to fix the windows. Okay.
Mayor,
and they were never fixed.
we agreed that she would have them fixed and I would pay the
That was
cost
after.
of having the windows
That
fixed.
was
She never had
after.
the windows fixed, so I never paid for them to get fixed.
Okay.
No, because
continue.
when we did the estimate, me and my spouse, we called him on the phone, and he was like, no, I'll just do it myself.
That's incorrect.
I guarantee you to this day, I bet you those windows are still broken.
Did you move in April 1st?
I didn't even finish moving in. I moved in some of the stuff, and I went right back and got my stuff out.
So you really weren't there for
Not even in total, I wasn't
She
even there
moved out
10
on
days.
the 28th.
of April, officially
Yes,
moved
yeah,
out.
yeah.
But in terms of her being there, you're saying you were only there 10 days?
In total,
had
because I
those-
wouldn't even go to the
She had possession of the property till the 28th because she had vehicles parked there and
One
other
vehicle?
belongings. One vehicle or two, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
She had possession of the property.
Exactly, I
and it was
possession to a
reserved for her.
property where he did not clean it.
Why wouldn't you have fixed the window? If you're going to rent a property, if someone rents someone a house or an apartment, wouldn't they make sure that the windows weren't broken before you rented it?
Well, if you allow me to start my defense.
Yes.
I had an ad up in February for a auto repair shop. She responded to the ad in February. She went in.
March 8th.
She went in to review the shop in February.
Yes.
Took video of the shop.
Yes.
She said she liked it. She came back March 8th, reviewed the shop
Because you're
again.
gonna look at the property.
She
Yeah,
had-
let him talk now.
There was a current tenant in there, broken windows and all. It was not a
Mold
big
on the
deal because
restroom,
it's a commercial
mold on the
shop.
walls.
We're not trying to keep out the weather. It's a commercial shop. Windows get broken. If she wanted them fixed, she would have had them fixed. I would have repaid her to get them fixed. She went in on March 8th, looked at the shop again, paid a deposit, and we signed a lease.
Did
Here's
you
a-
see that the windows were broken?
Yes, but when I signed the lease, there was only 4 windows broken. By the time I moved in, even the top, I have a picture here.
Let's
Your
see
Honor.
it. Let's see that.
I did not see the mold. I did not see the. I don't know how this place is still open. If you see the pictures,
It's a repair shop, sir. We don't conduct surgery there. In her lease, if you'd like to take a look, Judge Jerry, Section 19, she reviews the premises and accepts it basically as is, and everything is in good working order.
It
Meaning
wasn't
that
good
it
or
was-
working.
She did not mention anything about the windows till
But
the
you did
15th.
verbally.
Till the 15th, after she had already taken possession of the property.
I have some questions here. When I look at this picture,
That's the entrance to the door where my business is supposed to go.
okay,
did not
I
see
understand that. But when you went in there in March to look the
That
place,
wasn't there. That mold was not there.
That was there, sir.
He must have covered up with something because, and then he also left the
You
light.
did not see this.
The door opens and conceals that.
It conceals that, like he covers it.
But it's a commercial area, and
Exactly.
I understand. Okay, I understand it's a commercial area, but that doesn't mean if you have an auto body shop, obviously you don't want windows broken because people at night could break in and take stuff out.
She expressed concern. We said that she would have them fixed. I would repay. She never got them fixed.
My question is, just as a good landlord, I'm not saying the place has to be beautiful, but why wouldn't you at least make sure before you lease it to someone that it's secure? I mean, that's pretty basic.
Because previous tenants didn't mind it.
Well, they
It
did.
lets the breeze in. It really does.
You think it's okay to rent a property where the windows are broken?
She accepted
and
it as it
the
was.
reason that it's okay to have broken windows is because it lets the breeze
She
in?
accepted it as it was. She signed on the 8th.
Yeah, let me.
She accepted it as
that's
it was.
fair. Okay, that's a more reasonable argument, the lease.
Section
than
19, Your Honor, if you don't mind.
Okay, so here's the lease. Okay, in fairness, I understand what you're feeling, okay? But it does say here in the lease that you signed, and this is all business, right? It says here, section 19, tenant acknowledges that it inspected the premises, that you inspected the premises, including the grounds and all buildings and improvements, and that they are, at the time of the execution of this lease, in good order, good repair, safe, clean, and tenable conditions.
Yeah.
So,
But we signed that March 8th. It also says in the beginning of the contract, because he already agreed that by April 1st, they were going to be fixed. Which
There's
is in the beginning
there's no
of the
agreement
contract.
to any improvements,
Yes, there
Your
is.
Honor.
well, wait, you just testified under oath that you said to her that you would.
In April 15th.
Yeah, well,
once
I'm
she had
saying.
already, once she had already taken possession
was
of the
April
property.
1st.
Once she already taken possession of the
No.
property, we discussed that she had a problem with the windows. I said, have them fixed, and I will repay you
That was
whatever
the
the
second
cost
conversation. But
is.
once I
Okay,
came-
what else do we have in the case?
He doesn't want to give back my deposit,
Okay, so you're suing because you want. How
didn't-
much rent did you pay?
$1,700 plus the deposit was $1,700. I
So
figured
$1,700 a month
plus
was the
17.
rent, and the security deposit was $1,700.
Exactly.
And that's why you're suing for $3,400.
Yeah, because he never
Okay,
was-
okay, I heard both your sides. Because you signed the lease, you do owe the rent for 1 month. Regarding the security deposit, I believe you're entitled to get that back because of the condition of the place that while she was even there, you had the ability to fix. So I find in favor of the plaintiff for $1,700.
He agreed to fix the windows. That's the reason why I signed the lease. I feel like he was just a womanizer and he's like very unprofessional, and that place should be shut down by the city.
I don't think she should have gotten her deposit back, but I think it's fair enough.
Thanks for watching. Now please approach the bench. The way I look at it, you have 2 options here. Option A, watch more Judge Jerry. Option B, watch more Jerry Springer. The choice is yours. Now get out of my courtroom. You have more clips to watch. And don't forget to subscribe.